Sonic Unleashed was released on the 18th of November 2008 on the 7th generation of consoles, that being the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii, and for years, fans of the game have gone through trial and error to get this game onto PC. In this video, we are going to talk about the 17-year history of Sonic Unleashed's PC port. The story begins in the beginning of November in 2011, when Sonic Generations was released on consoles, along with PC. The reason as to why this release was significant is because Sonic Unleashed uses the Hedgehog engine, which is the same engine that Sonic Generations uses. This meant that modders could port over Sonic Unleashed content into Sonic Generations, and it was the closest thing to an actual Unleashed recreation at the time. But this didn't mean that everything could be ported over. Like the cutscenes, for example. The Werehog and the Werehog stages can be ported over, but it isn't the same as how the original game works. But on March 20th, 2013, there was a mod that was released and was called the Sonic Generations Unleashed Project. This mod even had a trailer to go with it. This mod was phenomenal, and was in development for a year and had 8 stages, readapted from Sonic Unleashed, and even had PC quality of life features. It was, and still is, to this day, an amazing mod. But even though it had a lot of effort put in, and was close to the original experience, we were still very far away from an actual native original version of Sonic Unleashed on PC. You see, mods are only going to take you so far, and for years that is all it really was. Another Unleashed project that comes to mind though is Project Redux, another Generations mod that was also really good, and had its own quality of life features, and there were so many more Unleashed mods made for Generations over the years, that all had their own improvements to try to make them as original as they could to Sonic Unleashed. But the only way you could get the original experience is if you have the game itself on the original hardware, and that's where emulation comes into play. Emulation is software that allows your PC to imitate a console, and with the help of Xenia and RPCS3, an Xbox 360 and PS3 emulator, we can play Sonic Unleashed's original version on PC. Although, emulators are not perfect, and can crash and have other technical issues, depending on the game you are trying to emulate. Sonic Unleashed was not a perfect game to emulate, but it could run pretty well on Xenia with 60 FPS for the first time on PC. I say for the first time on PC because on the Xbox Series X and S, Sonic Unleashed got an FPS boost update that took the game from 30 FPS to 60, and due to the technical issues of the game on emulators, I wouldn't doubt it if some people went out and bought an Xbox just to play this game without issues. And if you were one of those people, be sure to comment down below and also subscribe while you're at it. Up until now, the only way you can actually play the original Sonic Unleashed on PC was with emulators, and technically with mods. But on the 1st of March 2025, that all was about to change, with a project that was in the works secretly for months. That project being an actual native Sonic Unleashed recompilation for PC, named Unleashed Recompiled. This was a complete native port of Sonic Unleashed on PC, made not by Sega, but by a fan, and it is ultimately everything we could have dreamed of, with a built-in options menu, built-in ultra-wide screen support, built-in achievement system, and most importantly, a frame rate higher than 60 FPS. This is the definitive way to play Sonic Unleashed on a PC. This ain't no mod, this ain't no emulation, this is a peak, native port of the Xbox 360 version on PC. And the even cooler thing about this port is that the tool they used to get this game onto PC, it can recompile any Xbox 360 game onto PC. Yes, it is very technical and very hard to do, but it is possible. They even added little cool features into the port, like the DualSense controller turning purple when you transform into the werehog, and the icon of the game changing depending on the time of day in the game. The fact that this much small attention to detail went into this port is beyond me, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for other older games that potentially could be ported onto PC, just like Sonic Unleashed.